Alright, episode 9, Battle of the Bastards for Game of Thrones. Great episode overall, and I think we got a lot of what we really wanted to see, and that's very unusual for Game of Thrones. But we still have one more episode left, and with the finale, I'm pretty sure we're going to be disappointed, left hanging on a cliff, and just, it's going to do all the things Game of Thrones do. I mean, everybody who watched the end of the first season should know this. Don't expect to be pleased all the way through. But some of our pleasure comes from the setups and the disappointment that Game of Thrones sets us up for. But anyway, let's talk about the Battle of the Bastards. The battle went pretty much how I thought it was going to go. Jon and everybody behind him was going to show bravery. They were going to go out there and Ramsay, trick up his sleeve. He really did have, their brother, Jon and Sansa's brother. And he let him run out there, shooting arrows, playing the game. And he knew Jon probably was going to try to rescue him, get him halfway, and he got him with the last arrow, right before Jon got intended to. And killed him. So now Jon's fighting with emotions. Everybody starts charging in, and he's like, I got him. And it was pretty much a slaughter. It was going to turn out to be a slaughter, when the numbers are that great. Now, the thing about it is, I was waiting. I knew somebody had to come help. You almost forget about who came. You almost forget about him. But I remember Sansa seemed to be writing a letter, and she sent it away on a raven. And it's like, she's hitting up Littlefinger. And I don't know how I forgot by the time the battle came. But once Littlefinger and his squadron came to help out, because he convinced their cousin she needs our help. That was a few episodes ago. But once that happened, you're like, oh, exactly. That's what you wanted to see. You wanted to see somebody come help them out. Because they were just getting slaughtered, like I said. But the battle went pretty much the way I thought. The giant died. Once they breached the walls in Winterfell, the giant died, and Ramsay's little, he's just so much of a coward. It's always the cowards that are bravest when they're manipulating things. But then when things are full on one-on-one, it's like, oh well, I might as well take out as many of these people as I can when I go. Now that seems brave, but it's not. They really have no other option. If they were a little bit more of a coward, they would have just surrendered, and wanted to be a prisoner and plan an escape and get back somehow. But the thing is, I think this was a great episode because we need this, especially with the season finale coming, because we know we're going to be set up for disappointments. Also, the beginning. In Merid, Daenerys was back. The slavers were attacking. The slavers are trying to set demands. And Tyrion Lannister let them know, we're not surrendering. We're offering you a choice to surrender. The dragons. Did the damn slavers forget they had dragons? They were talking about give up the dragons in the basement. What the hell? All they had to do was release the chains and the dragons were going to go crazy. I guess they really didn't believe that the queen was back. But as they were looking at her, I would have been terrified. And those dragons just did what they do best. And it was great to see all three dragons working together, burning ships. And I guess most of those forces just going to start working for her. She gets even bigger armies. She has a lot more ships. And that was smart of her not to burn all those ships. Let them surrender. I'm going to take the ships, and now I have the ships that I need. But, the slavers. Grey Worm took care of two of them. The two who were first to say, oh, yeah, kill him. He's beneath us. So we knew that was going to happen. You're going to talk about somebody being beneath you. Everybody should be equal. We're all human. We all bleed. We all can die. Bam! Grey Worm, he does his thing. Also, I like how Reek and his sister, still calling that boy Reek, Theon and his sister approach Daenerys for help to take back the Iron Islands because his sister's well deserving of it and she should rule it. And I thought that was cool how two women who sit together and they actually make an alliance. She's like, yeah, we just want the Iron Islands. You know what I mean? You can rule the Seven Kingdoms, but the islands are ours and I should be ruling that. And they both consulted. She consulted her brother, and Daenerys consulted to Tyrion Lannister, and it was like, okay, I agree, and it's pretty cool, and I think it's good for the female audience to see, even if only one woman is really going to rule the Seven Kingdoms, if that happens, you have another woman ruling her area. Oh, that was pretty cool, for the females, you know what I mean? I have no problem with women ruling places. You got dragons, cool, take it over. You know what I mean? And if you're as tough as an iron-born woman like her, you deserve the islands. You know what I mean? This was a lot of setup for the last episode, I believe. We saw some dragons. We saw Jon do what he does best. Sansa and Jon took back Winterfell, and we got to see Ramsay die by his own hounds. And that, I didn't think it was going to happen. I was just waiting. I'm like, okay, they won. Now Ramsay's going to stay alive. They're going to keep him prisoner. It's the same thing that happened to Jaime. He's going to somehow get loose and get back to where he got to go and start some trouble up again. Who's going to be the villain now, next season? But, you got to realize everybody's not, together and everything. You got Daenerys wanting to rule all the 7 kingdoms and a Lannister too. So I guess we got satisfied in seeing Ramsay die. I mean, who wasn't? If there's one person who wanted Ramsay to live, you got some soul searching to do. Something's wrong here. But overall, the episode was good. I enjoyed it. I'm happy. I know Sansa is in love with Littlefinger, or she has something for him. That explains why she didn't say something to Jon about how she found out about Blackfish. So, I mean, I'm pretty sure. And if you've seen a little preview of next week's episode, it seems like that. It seems like Sansa is feeling Littlefinger. We know Littlefinger's feeling her. Littlefinger, that man, I tell you, you like him, but you just like, Overall, this episode, I say is one of the highlights, especially for action. It gave us a lot of what we wanted to see. Now let's get ourselves prepared for next week's episode, because I'm pretty sure we're going to be talking about, oh my God, could you believe it? Anyway, that's it for my Game of Thrones, episode 9 of season 6, Battle of the Bastards review. Like the video if you like the video. Leave some comments, share, and subscribe. I'll see you next time.